Welcome to the Sabrosa podcast, your underground hub. Welcome back to another episode of the Sabrosa podcast. Yes, we have a very special episode today. We're here with the guys, the Cornerstones.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
Y'all want to go around and introduce yourselves for the audience?
Which one we start? Might as well start Samad. All right. School with it. It's your boy Samad Savage from Montclair. You know what I'm saying? And I really like cats. Like, they cool as shit.
A cat lover.
It's your boy Solis, El Yericua, here with the group, chilling, back again. I know we did this before, so it's good to see you again.
Yes, I'm very excited that you're back.
Go ahead, Blaze.
You already know it's your boy Blaze the Rebel, Ill-Town rapping, East Orange, born and raised, you know what I'm saying, here with the Cornerstones coming live and direct, you know what I mean? Yes, sir.
That sound like a verse.
Right.
It's your boy Jay Wonder. I'm from Montclair, New Jersey. MTC stand up. You already know what it is. That's just kind of what's up.
Well, and y'all already know who I am. Sabrosa, Steph, Layla, Freshie, whatever the fuck you call me. You already know what time it is.
So we cussing.
We
saying
here.
fuck.
Yeah, you could curse. It is what it is. We here. Well, I'm excited to have you guys on today because I had a podcast with Solis on January of 2022. And in that podcast, we discussed the Humble Beginnings visual and how it was first on Revolt. So I feel like today's podcast is kind of like a continuation of what was manifested in that episode, let's just say.
Yeah, did I even mention that the group was coming out? Like, did I mention that we
No, you just, no, it was just...
Oh, I think it was like, oh, do you have anything coming up? And I was
like, you were like...
Yeah, there's something there. We got something.
But I can't really talk yet type energy,
yeah.
But now you guys are here, so let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Humble Beginnings gets picked up. You have this videographer, Christopher Rodriguez, that worked. How was that? How was that creating that visual for you guys with him? Is he still involved in your visual
I think you should.
endeavors?
I want to do a big shout out to my boy Christopher Rodriguez. For those who don't know, Blaze is a multifaceted individual, and I own a production company as well. So I say that to say I met Chris a few years ago because I had hired him to help me be like additional cameraman for a project that I had for Juneteenth NJ, like back in Jersey City. All that to say, he's been very supportive. Bro sees the vision. He's always showing up on time, prompt, coming with ideas, being proactive, and he's just one of the best people to work with. And he's very much current too. You feel me? He's present all the time, like still to this day. So shout out to him. And I say that to say because I came up with this concept, and bro was always on go for like the last minute grand ideas. And Humble Beginnings almost never came out.
That's crazy.
Like, it almost never came out because I was cooking up for my project, and it was on there, but it didn't make it to like the final rounds when me and Samad was mixing everything down because there was like a gap in it. We had everything except like Jay Wonder's last verse on there. That was the gap that was there.
No, we didn't even have the second verse.
For nothing?
No, I swear we didn't have the second verse either.
No way.
It's so funny how every time we talk about Humble Beginnings, we can never get the full story.
But listen, it just got to a point. The one part of the story is that
everybody has different ones.
It's just, it got to a point we played the rough, like as we was going through everything, and me and somebody were just like, nah, this shit is too tough. We gotta finish this. So we pretty much organized it. It was like Thursday we had the decision that, okay, the song needs to come out. I called Jay Wonder because I had instantly thought of like the concept of just doing like this in and out type thing, like, you know how you saw in the video.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're stupid. And I was like, okay, this is a crazy concept and it could be done. We just need the actual song. So Jay pulls up the very next day, finishes his shit. Did we shoot the video Saturday or Sunday?
I don't remember what day it was.
Go ahead, tell him.
Okay, so damn, you sounded pissed off about that.
I'm saying
you
like
missing pieces of the story, man.
Nah,
you gotta get it right.
He's like, okay, but there's some stuff that's missing.
All right, I'm gonna wait.
Let us know.
No, around the time Blaze was working on his album Sanford.
Okay.
he asked me to executive produce the album.
Okay.
We were on our way to Samad's house, and he played me Humble Beginnings. You remember that?
I don't remember.
We was in his car, and you played me the verse, like the open spot.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, you got going in this part. And it's like only like half of 8 bars.
Like half a bar, yeah.
And I'm
He's
like,
not even done yet.
I'm like, damn, I hear everybody's verse. And I'm like, damn, like I only have like 8 bars. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I go in there, I do it, and it came out like super dope. And I was so insecure about it the whole time until it came out.
And it's
That's
very
crazy
hard
that
for
you were
eight
insecure.
bars,
I
bro,
can't believe it.
After everybody just had
No,
like
but-
2 verses each to just have, you know, 1 verse with 8 bars, that's heavy. And I
But
feel like he ended it
was-
perfect.
It was like the credits already went, and it was like that extra scene that has everybody in the theater like, oh, what? I didn't expect this character to come.
Nah, I
It's like,
didn't.
oh my
I
God.
didn't. And like the whole it had like a movie-esque kind of because it's like you want more. It's like somebody comes out of nowhere. You guys were like coming out of walls and shit. Like what? Like I don't know.
In slow
I was very
motion,
excited.
he like came out of the wall.
Yeah, and
Oh
then
my
to be
God.
created by y'all, I think that's like the element that's super dope. That it had like your creativity in it, and nobody else. Like Christopher helped bring that to life, but it was your idea and it was executed.
Not even just the idea, but like shout out to these gentlemen for just the lack of fear in their hearts when it came to trying different things, because like I'm like super weird when thinking about things. They thought about like most of the video, but there was like one spot that we got to and I'm like, yo, you should climb up there and then do this and then like go behind this wall
climbing
that
was
we
my
don't know
favorite
what's
part.
behind and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it was such a good idea, but it was so difficult to execute that like every time that I messed up my part of the verse, everybody's mad because they had to
bro.
like climb up again and
was-
then
we gotta do it again.
hide in
No,
this
no.
dark spot with spider webs and stuff. It was
It was
God.
me, bro. You know the second verse? The second verse where
You were up there, yeah.
Blaze is up top just rapping his shit, but I'm like, I told Samad, I'm like, yo, I think for your verse it'd be dope if they see you climb up that shit and just come and jump off that shit, but it was mad high. And you don't see it in the video.
Yeah, but you just see Solis' hand like
Yeah.
come up.
So he didn't want to do it because he went to go attempt it and he didn't want to do it. I was like, bro, somebody got to do that shit. I was like, I'm going to do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, my leg was hurt.
And bro, when people kept fucking up, I'd have to go all the way back up, climb up, jump off, climb up, go back, jump off. The next day,
Yo, you
After
could have got
rapping that
hurt.
difficult
Wait,
verse.
let me tell you something though.
God forbid.
Solis pulled some type of platform. I don't know where you got that.
it was
from.
like some
It
pallets
was like some pallets
to
or
take
some
off the
platform. So he-
distance of the fall. You know what I mean?
So when he jumped
Oh.
off the wall, it wasn't the ground. Like he just jumped on some
On
type
the
of
pallets.
platform
Yeah.
and just
But
started
even
rapping.
that, bro, that shit hurt. Bro, the next day I couldn't walk.
The things
I swear.
people
See what
don't
I'm saying?
see.
You end up like
Yeah, the things people don't see.
Yeah,
The
nah.
sacrifices.
It's one of those videos that I feel like was super genuine in the sense that like shit just people would throw ideas and it's like, yo, let's do that. And it's
Yeah.
just such a fun process.
Yeah, and
We
not
had
to
so
like
much fun.
promo or anything, but I feel like Don't Get It Effed Up was like the same kind of process where we had an idea, and of course Blaze, the mastermind, created the treatment for it, but there were so many different elements added onto it based off of our personalities and just what we felt in that moment.
I love that.
it's
I love
always
that
a fun,
visual.
creative
one of
And
the
we-
process.
best directors of all
Can we talk
time.
about that
Yeah.
visual? If we're here, we're here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody
That-
heard what I said. One of the best directors of all time.
okay.
Which
I
one?
had to say that. No, I'm talking about Blaze the Rebel.
Blaze the Rebel, one of the best directors of all time. I'm gonna look out for that.
That's crazy.
The
Nah,
credits.
for real.
Saying
He's
it
legit.
again,
He's legit.
'cause I don't feel like
One of the best
everybody-
directors of all time.
Thank you. And
Blaze the
then when y'all-
Rebel.
When y'all put this out, put an echo on it
Manifestation.
all time.
You heard? I feel like shit gets manifested up in here.
Yo, they amping me up all crazy right now. I love my brothers for sure. I'm just glad that they trust me with like, you know, my creative vision when it comes to visuals. Just the same way how we trust Samad with like the sonics, cause he's just like a genius with just like the mixing and even like song structuring, even down to like soundscape and everything down and really making it a movie. Even when it comes time like, even not even to get sidetracked, but even when it comes to like doing performances and stuff like that, like the way he curates everything, it makes it like a moment is one of the best experiences you can have as an artist, especially when working in a group. And yeah, I say that to say like I'm just glad they trust me with the creative vision, because I'm always trying to think of something like, you know, we don't have the biggest budgets right now, but you still got to think of something outside the box. You got to try and be entertaining And I feel like one thing I try to make sure we show a lot in the videos is character. Like, you might be seeing us rapping a lot, but you should be able to see how we are characteristically just through our mannerisms, or even the things we decide to do within the video, and just things of that nature, down to what we wear. Everything is very much intentional with what we do, and that's one thing I could say translates like across the board. You feel me? So
it does translate perfectly, the visuals with the music, like in the Don't Get It Fucked Up video. When I think it was a blogger at the beginning of the video. I believe it was a blogger, right? He was talking so much shit at the beginning of the video. And when y'all was in that elevator, I'm like, yo, they about to mess him up, yo. He's talking so much. And then like outfits, it kind of like went with each other, but it wasn't the same, but it like correlates together. I noticed all of that.
Can we tell her the conversation we had about the outfits?
Tell us.
Like which conversation? There
was multiple.
We was talking, not even we. Y'all was talking shit about the outfits until we started filming. Damn near. Y'all was like, I don't know if we should do this.
Debating.
He wasn't gonna go with white, but
we didn't want to go with black.
I like the white shit.
It set it up though. Like it was like cream.
Yeah, it was
an
off-white.
We just did like black, like all black in the music videos, and then in the Humble Beginnings, and then all black for the cover art. And I was like, yo, let's just switch it up on them, and 112.
I feel like like in hindsight, I felt like it was a good call to add it to the vibe, because the video is kind of like entertaining. It's like fantasy. Like somebody's not just gonna come to your door. I mean, they might, but somebody's just going.
If they're crazy enough, they just might.
It's just like the all white separates it.
I mean, we all from Jersey. We know what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
We fuck with the wrong
shout out. I was about to say Fino
Shout out Gino 5.
Yo, nobody gonna know this. He won Take That.
Yeah,
I need people to know that
he's a real actor. Like, if you go on Netflix, he be in like the background sometimes, but like he can really act his ass off, and it's really dope to see. You distracting me, goddamn. It's really dope to see him bring it to life. Like, and it's funny. This is like the third video that he's been in of mine as an actor, although we haven't put out a song together yet. And my wife is just like, yo, why is like he always the bad guy in your music video?
Always playing the villain.
He's an incredible rapper.
Oh, dude,
incredible.
Seriously, one of the best people with punchlines I've ever heard in my life. On some I don't want to mention other rappers and then maybe people like jealous or feel any kind of way, but he's really one of the best at it.
Yeah, and a really great guy. Like in person, like. You know how like we have trouble like separating a person from the music. Like he's a really dope dude. Like in person, he's a really great guy. But I feel like in the video, it showed a lot of our personality. Outside of like just rapping all serious and everything. You got to see like how funny we are on camera.
Yeah, like it was funny. It was scary.
It was a lot of fun
suspenseful.
Creating that video. Like even though like cause Blaze was in the video, but
you guys are good actors too.
Blaze was in a video, but it was a lot of times where he was behind the camera and he was like, "Oh, Samad, back up," or "Jay, back up. Make sure you walk out on time." You remember that? Like, Blaze will
choreography.
Blaze will get aggravated if you playing too much on camera and you not on time. He will.
He not playing
low key.
No games.
He's passive aggression.
He
had one day to get it right, and like 3 hours of sunlight. And mind you, we're improv-ing. I gotta be an artist, and I gotta make sure the shots actually coming out right. I don't got time to play. I'm like, yo, what's up? Let's knock it out.
We had to climb like oh my gosh, we always almost getting hurt. We had to climb like this place that didn't have stairs.
That sounds crazy.
Oh my goodness!
Okay. It had stairs.
My niece could never.
All the stairs were broke.
Like,
yeah,
bro.
My
goodness!
Honestly, like the most uncomfortable, like terrible situation until we got back to doing the apartment scenes and whatnot, because we didn't have to worry about daylight. There was no more pressure anymore. That's when it became fun.
And you leaving out the mosquitoes.
Oh, mosquitoes! Yo, you was pissed, yo.
Yo, these mosquitoes out here this year.
I'm talking about we shooting a video. I'm not in the scene yet, so I'm like standing offset and I'm getting tore up by mosquitoes. I got my skin out, and like if you put lotion on,
they come in.
Yeah. Like, oh, you smell good, my nigga. Like, let
especially
me get
if it's scented.
Yeah, we all trying to like save money and shit. So we ain't gonna lie. We cop some outfits to return right after we was done with them.
Yeah.
And we like running around and shit and got like mud that we gotta clean out.
Nah, Solis came with his clothes from his crib. He like, I'm not spending no bread.
Like, yeah. But it was
Solis
so
gonna be the richest out of the group.
Bro, he got mud on his pants, and then like his whole mood changed. He was just like sitting there, just like. I'm like, yo, Jay, you good? Get out of here, bro. Come on, Blaze, hurry up, man. How many more takes? Blaze is like 2 more.
Was so funny.
You fuck it up. 3 more takes. He just sitting there like.
Yo, he was living. He was living.
I do see that you guys all have like different personalities. So are there any other things that you guys like? Because Blaze likes to direct. I know you like to make music, like make beats.
Yes.
Engineer, produce.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Is there anything other than rapping that you like to do?
You do more than produce though.
Yeah, I be Do
you see yourself indulging in anything else besides music?
I be hugging ass. Like really tight.
Obviously,
like that's my favorite thing. Second to that.
Hugging ass.
Second to that. Nah, I'm like in my spare time I be playing like video games and like I don't know, just talking rap and shit with the homies. Yeah, that's about it.
And being a dad.
I
do got a son. I'm black, so I forgot. Yeah.
You have a son?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anybody else have kids?
Nope.
Not yet.
You see how I said that mad fast? I said nope.
How did you guys meet?
I was about to say you want me.
When did you guys
meet? It's different for every single one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could say how I met everybody first, and then I guess we can just go around.
Okay. All
right. So Solis, it was me and Jay Wonder trying out for North Kids Rock, although we from somewhere else. And this guy comes in. We do our trials. We like, yeah, we smoke that shit. It's easy. There's nothing. We do this. This dude comes out, and we're inside, but then like. Smoke just appears, doves start flying everywhere. He spits one of the most heavenly verses I ever heard in my life. And him and I are just like Jay and I are just looking at each other like who is this dude? So we pulled up on him and we, rap with each other, have fun and stuff. And then like since then it was just like, all right, we know who this guy is and we gotta rap with him one day. And not only that, we got to try to tear his head off every time because he's not just going to sit here and just be this nice all the time.
Nah, he was wild. he was wilding. Like I was like when he came in, I think you had connected with my mom's or something like that.
Yeah, she was the first one, but I don't even know how I clicked in with her. Like I can't recollect meeting her for the first. I know meeting her for the first time was at the Newark City Hall when they were doing that whole thing for that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how I knew her previous to that. So, I think it was is that your uncle or something?
Oh, that's why I first met you, actually. Right?
Yeah. He showed me a track of yours, and it was the whole Claremont or Montclair.
Oh yeah, the Montclair record. Yeah, and then he showed me Run, which is like compared to the Claire. I'm not gonna lie.
I was working with a company that I don't want to name because they were sleazeballs. And
valid.
It just is what it is. When
these companies be sleazeballs.
Yeah, nah. It could be harsher. Just keeping it clean. You know what I mean? But when you're trying to rob artists for their dreams, you know what I mean, and selling false hope.
Credit. I'm sorry.
Damn. Why do I feel like I know said company?
Yeah. Probably do. But I don't want to give them any.
They are sleazeballs.
But anyways, within that building. Is where I met your, what is he, uncle?
Yeah, it's my uncle.
So I met his uncle through inside that building, and I remember him telling me like, oh, my whatever raps, blah, 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 showed me his track. I was like, damn, he nice. And then I just remember that as like the precursor before meeting them. And it's probably him that kind of plugged me in with Ta or with that Newark City, shit that was going down.
Nah, it couldn't have been him.
No?
Because he don't know Jay's mom.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But regardless.
All I remember is Solis walking in. He was with you were with somebody.
Don't forget the doves.
It was my parents, I think.
Nah, you was with. It was with.
Oh, with a friend of mine. Yeah.
You was with a friend of yours, and you walked in, and we were rapping over a Mobb Deep beat, It was
Quiet Storm.
It was Quiet Storm. No. Shook Ones. I was rapping over Shook Ones, and me and Samad went off. Frequency was there. She did her verse. I went on. You went on. And then when you started rapping, I was like, whoa. And at the time, I thought your name was Solis, like the guy from, what's the movie? What is the movie? The Warriors. What was the leader's name was Solis. I hope I'm not like pronouncing it wrong. I thought it was that. And then when I met you outside, you was like, nah, my name is Solis. You dapped me up and you walked away. And then we did What I'm Made Of with Stan. Yeah. So, and then he did his verse, and he was like low key throwing shots at me.
Oh,
so
word!
I don't even. So I was like, so me and Solis had no. Me and Solis had like a Drake and Kendrick moment. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like kind of like nudging at each other's heads. I think that's how we gained a lot of respect for each other, like lyrically, and then we got in touch with each other like personally. After that, Turn the Page, me and Samad did what's the Kodak Black joint that we did?
ZZ.
Okay. And Blaze saw it on Instagram, and he was like, he already knew Samad, and he was like, who's this other guy? Because I had already saw Blaze. I seen him in South by Southwest performing with Arsenal and all that. So he seen me, and then the story continued. I'm gonna let him tell the rest, but
damn, that shit is blowing my mind right now. Okay, so from my perspective,
I didn't know that.
My perspective, this shit is crazy how this whole shit went down, because I remember like when I was first hitting the scene, and people are knowing me from like my Freestyle Fridays and shit, because I used to do a segment like back in like 2017 or like 2016, and I did like a freestyle every week, and I did that for like a year or two straight. You feel me? And I remember some people saying like, "Yo, you gotta work with like Samad Savage, like Samad," and people kept saying that to me. I'm like, "Yo, who is this guy?" So I find his page, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, he tight tough. You feel me? So he used to do these events called Best of Essex, which I hope he brings back one day. You feel me? Because the culture needs that.
Hella underground shit.
The culture needs that. You feel me? So I met so much people through that, and that has changed the course of my artistry and even my stature in Jersey. But that's another story. Anyway,
I was like, how I met you, by the way.
This is how I first came to even know of you.
But you didn't come to Best of Essex first.
I did
before fucking Why You Mad?
Yes, it was after me coming to Best of Essex. Cause watch, listen, this is how I know. I was trying to reach out to bro, cause I'm like, yo, let's work. You feel me? Cause everybody's like, yo, let's work. But bro was like going crazy on the gram, like shit was going up. So I'm like, damn, maybe my message just got lost in the sauce. So I was like, all right, cool. I went to just go see what his energy was like at Best of Essex, because I remember I was with my sister, and it was at the Meat Locker in Montclair. And I was like, okay, bro is cool. Bro's energy is dope. And then one day I was cooking up a song with my boy Drock and my boy Trey. Those are like my brothers. And it was a song called Why You Mad? And Samad had responded to it like, yo, this shit is fire, essentially. He's like, let me get on it. So I remember he sent me the shit back, and we was in the booth, and I remember I was in the studio with a couple people, and I'm like, oh shit, Samad just sent that shit back, yo, let's listen to it. Yo, niggas heard his verse and looked at me like, yo, Blaze, he trying to come for you, son. Like, no, like in a good way, cause he tweaked. I was like, oh no, this nigga is nice. This is crazy. You feel me? But I remember just trying to make my introductions to Samad initially at the Best of Essex, and that's how we really came to know each other. And then we started making music off rip, from my recollection. And then I saw him put up the ZZ freestyle with Jay Wonder, and that's when I was like, yo, who is this guy, right? And then one day I'm at like State Street Grill in Bloomfield. I'm coming out with like my boy Keys, and we just left getting some food. And he's like, yo, I don't know if you know me, but I know you. Like, my name is Jay Wonder. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, essentially. I was like, oh yeah, bet, let's get it.
This is when he had this yellow.
I had this crazy yellow sports car, like a coupe. The shit looked max, and then I had like the high top fade. I was on some whole 90s shit. I don't know, but like, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, let's get it. And then we started making hella music. Ever since then, like, I was like on every project that he put up for like damn near the next 5 projects. He sent me a beat. I remember the first time I did a feature with him, I'm like, I don't know if I could really do this beat. He was just like, see if you could fuck with it. And I ended up doing some crazy shit. I was like, damn, this just set the tone for everything.
Push each other.
And through that, on that same project that I did a verse with him for, I heard a song he did with him. And then that's when I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
That's how I felt when I heard him.
Like, whoa, I think it was Kaiju. I heard.
Like, who the fuck?
Kaiju.
Whoa.
He wanted to shoot a video to it.
So bad.
And then he was like, yo, why you ain't just put me on? He's like, why you ain't put me on this joint? And I didn't have the beat at that time. Mm-hmm. Like originally, Kaiju, I had sent it to somebody else, and you know, shout out to him, but he just didn't feel like he was a fit for it.
Okay,
thank God. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, like, what am I gonna do? I had wrote my own verse to it, I rapped it, and I didn't like it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna send it to Solis. I sent it to Solis. The verse didn't get back to me for a little, like probably like a couple days. He sends it back to me, and I'm sitting in the studio with my engineer, and he plays it for the first 4 bars. And he looks at me, and he's like, yo, he murdered you on this shit. That's the first thing. That's the first thing he said.
I feel like y'all all be feeling like that about each other.
Nah, he definitely. And I stood up. I'm like, what?
What's a studio?
About? Like,
yo, if this is how y'all be feeling about each other when y'all be hearing each other's raps, what's the typical studio session for y'all?
Yo, I'm in there with him. He keep playing it, and he's not playing my verse. Like he keeps skipping over my verse. So I go home.
He's like,
I go home. I'm like, all right. Now, mind you, I grew up in a house full of women, so I'm playing it for my sisters, and they're like, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
He went in on you.
So I'm playing my verse. I'm like, yo, you ain't hear what I said? You heard that part?
You know we gonna be honest.
They like, look. They like, nah, the beat was hard. But play Solis verse. I'm like, damn. Then we do the show, and he has a standing ovation. Like, I'm like, damn. That was one of the most humbling. Like, as far as rap, that was one of the most humbling moments of my life, because it was my show, my release party, and he had the moment, and I was just like, yo, I gotta step it up. Like, it was like still sharp and still type of moment. Like, I wasn't like mad at him or anything like that. I felt like I was in school. You understand?
It was like motivation.
Like, I always learn from my brothers. Ever since then, I'm never letting nobody body me on my shit ever again. Blaze like, whoa.
Yeah, I forgot.
Samaj's like, whoa.
I forgot that to tell how we met. We went to high school together.
Yes.
And I remember being in dance class, because you know I'll be moving the feet and shit.
Moving
his feet.
I was in a hallway for some reason, and then he was chilling in the hallway with a girl, and you see he always out there like that.
The ladies.
He putting out the wrong information.
So he's sitting there. He's sitting there, and we start talking music or some shit, and because I knew he rapped. I heard he rapped. I didn't even hear you rap yet, but I heard that you rap. And we was talking. You was like, you was the first person to ever be like, yo, let me just hear your shit. Like, you was like enthused about it to know another rapper and doing the shit. And I played you some shit that in retrospect wasn't the greatest, but
he did a freestyle to Red Nation by The Game.
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody don't know that song, that's a dope ass song.
Good song. But after I played it for him, like he was very honest. Like I believe you gave me like advice and was like, yo, but like I'm gonna show you my shit later and like, and then we just kind of became fans of each other based on the fact that we were both the only ones really trying this shit, and everybody hated on us about it. Like, nobody was like, oh, you're gonna be a rapper, all right, we got your back. It's not how shit go in Montclair High School. It's like, yo, you got a dream?
That's how Jersey is, period.
It is, but at the same time, like, nah.
That's how it is sometimes.
Because I go,
maybe
I feel like
every time I had a show in Newark, I always get infinite love. Yeah. Like, everybody's like showing love, everybody's attentive and whatnot. If I do something that's like questionable, they'll talk to me about it. It's very honest and open, and everybody wants you to be better. Montclair High School, it was just like,
it wasn't like that.
It was not like that at all.
So there was no support from that. place. It came from outside of that school.
I ain't gonna say that
mostly.
I wouldn't say that like 100%. Like I think that everybody was going in their own direction, and it's like, you know, everybody was going towards their own dream. So I don't feel like everybody was like kind of shitting on everybody. Like everybody just had their own like way of doing things or whatever. So it's just like if you wasn't taking it, if you weren't really taking it serious, they wasn't looking in your direction. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if you really like understand what I'm saying, but like if I'm doing something like I make music, if I see somebody like, oh yeah, I just make music for fun, to me that's an insult. You understand what I'm saying? Because I really do it because I love this shit. Yeah. You're just doing it like, oh yeah, I could just make music and then I could pop the next day. Like I don't really want to do this shit. I could just do it. I think it was kind of like that. You understand what I'm saying?
This shit is my
and
life.
everybody in this, like we went to a school where everybody did something. Like whether it was being an athlete, you were painting, whether you're a dancer and everything. Prostitute. Like Samad was. Can you imagine? Samad, I remember going to the assembly. Samad produced a lot of I think he produced like one of the two of the tracks that they were dancing to.
The dance company show. Yeah. I produced like some of it, and I organized the entire, or I should say orchestrated the entire compilation of music.
Yeah, but I think like the way we all met, it was meant for that. Like I met Blaze through Samad. You know, Blaze had a lot of respect for my music after he tapped in with me. You know, me and Solis ran into each other. Me and Samad met in school or whatever. Our families know each other. I think it was meant for that to happen, you know. And I think the Cornerstones was birthed way before we even knew it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you guys were already friends. You guys were kind of already
It was
connected.
already meant that it was already... It
was set in stone.
It was already set in stone. Yeah. Thank you.
Talking about set in stone.
Wait, hold on. Before we get into it, I know you about to... Ooh, you nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You nice. I know what you about to do. We was backstage. We was at the Naughty by Nature concert. Solis wasn't there.
Okay, this is key information.
Naughty by Nature, wow.
We was at the Naughty by Nature concert.
After being pulled on stage.
This is where I got this chain from.
Yeah.
Thank you, KG.
The 30th
That's
anniversary.
Dope.
Yeah.
We was in the crowd.
Got
and
Jay. What was
It
it?
was for the 30th anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yes,
shout
it
out
was.
Illtown Sluggers.
Yes. We were in the crowd, and KG pulled us up. We climb on top of the speakers or whatever, and we singing Hip Hop Hooray. And we backstage, and Ven actually gave us the chains.
Nah, my chain came from somebody else in their crew when I first walked in.
Okay. All right. So after we get the chains, we talking to the guys or whatever. Blaze is walking down the stairs, and he's like, yo, this is really set in stone. He said something like that, along those lines. Samad looks back like, yo, that's the name of the album, yo. Yo, that's the name of the album. And my mind is like blown. Pause. My mind is blown.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, we texting Solis,
That's a
and
great
Solis is
title.
talking shit in the chat the whole time, like, because he
I like
wasn't
it.
there.
You didn't like
I was
it?
so
Heated,
tight,
bro.
like,
No, because he wish he was there.
Like imagine that moment in a history book, and it's just like, where the fuck was Solis at? Working
oh my
his
God, it was
bitch ass
crazy.
9 to 5 job.
That was the
fucking-
night.
Oh my goodness. I know you
swear
were
to
bad.
God,
Oh,
bro.
tight, bro.
I remember
tight.
how I got there. That was the night that we came up with the name of the album.
Wow.
And Blaze was walking down the stairs, and he was like, yo, this is set in stone. And Samad looked back, was like, that's the name of the album.
While Consequence and A. Marie's in the corner. That night was fucking crazy, bro.
Yo,
The album is crazy though.
that was
Let's get
amazing.
into it.
Yeah.
Let's
Set in
talk about
stone,
it.
14 tracks. You guys went crazy. You got Rushmore. Don't Get It Fucked Up. Humble Beginnings is on there. The Garden, Speechless, Go Off. Levy's Interlude, Get It Right.
Levi's.
Hit Me. Levi's Interview.
I think his
Interlude?
name Levy, bro.
Levy's.
thought
I
it was
said
Levi.
Levy's.
We gotta figure that out.
Can y'all let me know? I mean,
I'm about
clarify.
to- I'm about to-
What is it?
No.
Hold up, I asked him, so I'm gonna confirm that.
Get it right. Hit me up.
You got the voice?
You did a voice memo?
The Basics, Brimstone, See You Cry, Starving Artist, Took Some Time. Those are the track names. You guys went crazy on this album. I mean, the wordplay is crazy. The metaphors is crazy. The verses are crazy. The way you guys go back and forth. The beats you chose. I see like a lot of like Kendrick kind of sort of in there, like sounds, different sounds. You guys. So what was the inspiration behind the album? Like how did you all put it together?
I think we'd all have different answers, to be honest.
Yeah. That's a story in itself.
Well, let's just talk inspiration.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I got to figure out how I start that.
What had happened was, inadvertently, all of us were fans of each other's music, and in our own time had talks of doing, like, collab projects with each other. Like, you know, me with Jay, me with Samad. I would do one with Solis, like, same thing. Jay with Samad. Jay was, you know what I'm saying? And so forth. To the point we was just like, we already had these discussions, and then we had actually all did a song, which was Humble Beginnings, and that shit just went off. And it was like, damn, okay, let's just all do a group project together. You know what I'm saying? We had already had a few songs that we had did like amongst ourselves prior. Like probably just had like one or two of us on it. And we were just like, all right, cool. We could just pull these together, and then we could have like, you know, kind of develop like where we want to take it sonically, and then still add some more on top of that, and then just chef it up. And it took us about like a year. We had initially always had an idea in our head that we wanted to drop it by the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And we had started working on it a year prior, but life was life, and I just started working in TV and film. Samad, you know, having a kid. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying, just mad shit happening. Bro was getting a crib. You was getting a crib, new job, everything. Mad stuff was happening.
Like mad schedules.
So,
you guys all have
we
life
ain't
going
locked
on.
in for a
Everybody
minute.
got life
I don't know
going
how the hell
on.
Wu-Tang did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we started doing all that, and we started getting the footwork done, and we made good progress. But like I said, life was lifing. But as the 50th anniversary was coming up, Samad hit the chat like, yo, damn, yo, that deadline low-key approaching. Like, let's just really like
2 weeks away.
We had like 2
feel
weeks
me?
to finish, and
So-
we didn't even really do anything but Humble Beginnings and
Thank you.
and like one other track.
How long did it take you guys to put it together, to put the project together?
Shit, dude.
Like if
we
you
said
rough draft.
collectively, like without the breaks and stuff in between, I would say we created that album in maybe 7 days,
What?
Like total time?
and it wasn't weak.
Yeah, yeah.
7 days?
Wait,
Nah.
shout out.
The longest part was just like literally coordinating the schedule. Like that was
Because
the longest
we were
part.
already recording, like throughout like the year. We were already recording from time to time. We were all doing our own individual things. But I want to say something like shout out to all the engineers that are really busting their ass in that studio. Samad really went like boots to the ground, like really.
He really
going
pulled it
through
together. for
all
real.
the mental stuff and really waking up, going back, fixing things, going back like, nah, this isn't right. Going
Like
back and
tweaking,
fixing
putting the final like touches and tweaks in
fixing
it.
every
Within, like, a 3-day
single
span.
thing. I'm talking about you working with 4 guys that have 4 different voices and beats, and he's breaking down everything and fixing it and making it sound how it's supposed to. Like this dude is like ridiculous. Like
with like a
he's-
3-day deadline.
I
You
swear
know
to
what I
God,
mean?
like this
Wow.
is yo.
Because we were so adamant about that 50th anniversary that it's
Yeah.
like that has to be the one. So we literally
And I got a newborn. That was one of the worst tribulations for like of my life, for one of the greatest rewards ever. Like that album is so classic to me, and as soon as I got to hear it finalized, because it's like I'm touching the music, I know what everything sounds like, I
Right.
worked on it, but hearing it all together, like it was a moment that almost brought tears to my eyes, because it genuinely felt like one of the greatest group projects that I've ever heard. We hear so many great records from different groups and whatnot, but then when it comes to that album time, there's a lot of flaws in it. So I just took all of the hip hop knowledge that I had and then gave what I felt like as a gift back to hip hop for its 50th birthday.
I
feel-
think we all felt that way, to be
That was-
honest.
that-
Yeah, it
that-
came out in the
damn.
perfect timing. Talking about hip hop 50th anniversary, and hip hop groups not really being as prominent as they once were, right? I I feel like this album was something that hip hop needed to show that a group is able to deliver, like, and everybody's able to deliver in the same level. You know what I mean? So knowing that, how do you feel a super group, a hip hop super group? Because to me, that's what you guys are.
Perfectly.
What do you feel you guys can have as an impact to hip hop, like as a group? Like, because it's some real shit. Like,
I think,
you know what I
when
mean?
when you talk about hip hop groups, if you can name them down, like the Fugees or Wu-Tang, or even if you think about something more modern like Pro Era, the one thing that sticks out with me with this group personally, trying to be as non-biased as possible, is the fact that when you talk about Wu-Tang or the Fugees or this or that or any group, you could almost put them in a little box. You know what I mean? Like 90s raw hip hop shit, or like, you know what I mean? Which essentially Pro Era, boom bap. But when you listen to this album, it's like, this was unintentional, but when I listen to the album, it's almost as if you could hear every era of hip hop aside from the 80s. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could literally hear almost every style of what hip hop is within one of the songs. His name is Levi. Levi's Interlude, some super hip hop shit. The Don't Get It Fucked Up, that's like more modern. You know what I mean? Then you listen to what was that song that you and him did?
The Basics. Get it right, or
Mama is nothing.
Hit me up.
Hit me up. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? There's so many elements of hip hop within that album that it's so versatile, and it's never a dull moment. And there's literally a piece of a certain type of hip hop for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you like commercial hip hop, you got that. If you want the 90s hip hop, you got that.
That's how I felt too. There's something for everyone, like everyone.
But when I personally, and no offense to those groups, but when I hear them, it's like, that's for a moment. Like, if I feel like I'm in my 90s bag, okay, I'll go to this group. Or if I feel like I'm in my modern 90s bag, it's like, all right, I'll go to this group. You know what I mean? So, but the Cornerstones is really, I think that we embody. We're universal, man. We embody every aspect of hip hop in some type of way, and when you hear the album, you could literally hear that. Like, and that's one thing I don't feel like any other hip hop group has ever accomplished in an album.
We never did anything that anyone could expect to happen. Like, I think you can imagine what this project was going to sound like just by generalizing like all of our styles, but none of our albums sound like this.
No,
that's also true.
I listened to all of you individually throughout the span of the past week.
Appreciate that.
Of course. And just listening to you all individually, obviously this is a group interview, but I'm just like, wow, they're so different. Like, you are all so different, and the way you merge together, that's why I think you're a hip hop super group, because it's like for every single person it's a different style. So it's like, okay, if you like more melodic, faster rap, okay, listen to this one. Like, you know, it's like different. Like, if you like catchier phrases, faster rapping, Solis, like, you get me? Like, it just Solis. It depends. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like you guys did a great job. So I want to give you your flowers while you're on the podcast.
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet with this group, for sure.
No, I feel like we're gonna be all right. Like, even if we never, you know, knock on wood, if we never put out another album together again, I think that this is one of those projects that's gonna stand the test of time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be around for a very, very long time, and a lot of artists are gonna come back to this album to learn. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody taking
the Cornerstones is an independent group at the moment.
Absolutely,
like it was.
Yes, independent. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
do you guys have any tour coming up, or any shows coming up that you wanna?
If I'm being honest,
let the people look out for?
I don't know what
you don't
time.
Have to say anything crazy.
I don't know when this is gonna air, because
they're definitely gonna be checking
Mad
for
Minds concert is gonna be max.
Let's plug that.
We cannot sleep on that. I don't know when this is coming out, but the Mad Minds concert on the 28th at the Claremont Distillery is gonna be crazy.
Mad Minds. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make that October 28th.
Yes, on the 28th.
I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna try to make that.
And before we were even officially a group, we did Humble Beginnings. Like, we had our own sets and everything, but still did Humble Beginnings. And shut that shit down. So now to come back officially as a group, I'm very excited to see like how that energy's gonna be, because there's gonna be a lot of people in the room.
When y'all
right?
cut this, use this right here as promotion for that show, because we need all of y'all to come out. We need like.
I'll give y'all the raw footage of it. I got you.
Let's get this part right here.
Yes.
Plug that right here. That was hard.
That's that promo right there.
Because I need
everybody in
people
this
out
room,
there,
if y'all don't buy a ticket by the time, no, I'm joking.
So,
I'm gonna get a ticket tonight. I got y'all. Okay, support. We support here at the Sabrosa podcast, and y'all better get a ticket too.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. But
shout out Turkish Royale too.
yeah, shout out Turkish
So
Royale.
you guys do have shows coming up and things like that. What about like merch or anything?
We have
Can people
ideas.
buy any merch for the Cornerstones?
Well, it's not available yet. We had ideas and whatnot, but if I'm being absolutely frank, we still in this situation where like we're trying to all get our lives together as individuals, but best believe that there's visuals on the way, that there's merch on the way, that this is far from the end. This is just the beginning of what we're doing, and the next album is going to be a strictly R&B album, and we all singing.
Oh my God.
R&B? Are you guys gonna have R&B? Word? Oh, I like R&B.
First off,
We
so
come
don't
up for
tell me
every
that.
genre.
I didn't even know we was doing another
For the
album.
ladies?
Oh no, we doing another album. You crazy?
I ain't even know, and I didn't
crazy.
even know it was a different genre. Like,
Like, wait, what?
He's like,
Like,
no,
this is
R&B.
news to
can
me.
you? What else you got on the list? Because that wasn't
I
even
got
in there.
you. All right. If there was some advice you guys could give to your younger self, what would it be?
Stop jacking off.
Seriously.
Oh god.
I would say that too.
Yeah, word.
Why?
You gotta
Look,
chill.
we
Why?
being
Is it
real,
takes
we
over
being
your?
real.
We
You
could be
gotta chill
real.
with that beat and
Why?
beat shit.
Why is that the advice you would tell her? Why? Because it's like takes over your mind or something.
No, it's just like just slow down, man.
Oh man,
Slow down.
Chill out.
nah, because I'm telling you, man, sexual energy is heavy. You can't be
Word.
beating your meat like that, man.
Word,
So
gotta
you would
relax.
tell your younger self to not worry about sex so much.
Well, you can worry about sex, but you know, if I'm being serious, I would tell myself like
I'm over here trolling with y'all.
Like,
Like,
you I would just feel like, you know, like you got this. That's what I would tell myself. You got this. Don't worry. All that, you know, all the anxiety and depression that you're gonna have these next few years, don't even worry about having it, because everything ends up being okay.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Every time I think about that question, I never know what I would say. I think. That's
Oh, yeah,
Because
actually
he did
this
everything
before.
right.
What was my answer prior? Do you remember?
It was kind of the same. You were like, "Oh,
That's crazy consistent.
It
I'm
was
super
the
consistent.
same. It was the same. You were like,
can
"Oh,
never
I don't
think-
know." You were like, "I would just tell myself to not." I think you said to not stop or something like that, like to just keep going. Like,
Yeah,
to
no,
just-
I
to
can't.
not be like overthinking or something like that.
Maybe that would be it.
Yeah,
Maybe that would
something
be it.
along those lines.
But I'm still here overthinking, so that'd be hypocritical for me to go back and I'm
Consistent
overthinking that
answer.
nigga, and I go back like, yo, stop overthinking.
I feel like I would I think I would tell them to just, you know, move with intention. Like, I always in the past always wanted to do stuff, and thankfully, like, it was always to my benefit, whether it be like, you know, finding new habits to get into or learning new like crafts or like arts. But I did it just because like I generally wanted to. But as I got older, I realized that life always works better for you when you do things intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the benefits that may come with it. You feel me? If you're gonna do a kind act for somebody, like, know why you're doing it. Like, are you doing it out of the kindness of your heart? Do you want to get on their good side? Like, really, you know, just think about your actions. You feel me? And it'll just tremendously impact like the scope of your life. And that's not to say like I don't appreciate where I'm at now, but I would definitely reiterate that. I always tell people it's one thing to be doing something, and it's one thing to know that you're doing that thing. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
self-awareness
But
goes a long way. So
my fault. Do you feel like you wasn't that person when you were younger?
I feel like I was to a degree, but I'm definitely like
You would have just
more
emphasized
intentional
that point
now.
more.
Yeah, for sure. And
This is therapy.
I was very spontaneous when I was younger, like, and I still am, but certain things I would just heavily reconsider, especially when it comes to like relationships with people, whether it be platonically or romantically, and just, you know, think about the repercussions of actions and, you know, regular stuff like that.
Regular
You know what I mean?
stuff.
Like, go ahead, Mr. Wonder.
Not Mr. Wonder.
Mr. Wonder.
I would say to just, be your own pilot. Like, have self-control. I've had moments in my life where, I let a lot of things influence me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things people say influence my actions. And it got me into places that I didn't want to be. And, like I've done things that like kind of like created the world around me. Like we create our own world around ourselves. So like the decisions that I've made, put my brothers in tough situations where they had to show up for me, and I know it was uncomfortable. So I would just say to myself to just have more self-control, show more love to self. So when you showing more love to self, you know how to treat others. You understand what I'm saying?
It's true.
So I'm seeing all of that right now, and I'm looking at all the people around me. I'm like, damn, like there's a lot of times where I've been in some really rough situations, and these guys have shown up, like outside of music. We ain't gonna really get into detail on this podcast, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And even these guys over here, they off camera. Driller, Dion, they over there. They've showed up for me a lot. So I would just say, like, just be more careful with your mental health. Like, it's very fragile. Like, you know. So, and just, just hug yourself, because it can get hard. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have control over your mental, it's like people can do anything with the body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you have to get your thoughts in order to everything else.
So it's not surface level with us. Everything is deeper.
Deep.
Shit
It's
gets
real
deep.
deep.
It just got
You
deep.
gotta throw that in there. But I'm real
got
talk
deep.
though. Like, we joking around, but it's real shit though. Like, that's what I would tell myself. Just show some self-love and just be careful with your mental. That's all. You'll be able to navigate through anything. I love y'all, man. Real talk.
Me too.
Love you. Yeah, it's a family, bro. The Cornerstones really on some.
This
on some
some
real
family shit right now. I'm feeling the vibes.
That's why when we talk about like Jersey don't support Jersey, it's like I can't. I be like, yo, there's so much love here. What are you talking about?
Jersey love me.
You guys mentioned Jersey all throughout the album. I appreciate that.
It's Jersey.
That
You
you
heard
guys did
me.
that. I think that was super dope.
Sandra
I did notice
Salsa.
that throughout the album that you guys did mention Jersey. Was there any is that something you guys wanted to do, or did you
Hell
guys
yeah.
intentionally?
Well, when you feel
Like,
like when you feel like
hold on, nah,
I just
nah,
want to
nah.
say this one thing. When you feel like you're
Oh,
giving
shit.
a gift to 50 years of hip hop,
You have to mention
and you
Jersey.
know that New Jersey has been severely discredited,
And
undervalued.
That's facts.
It's like you gotta mention it, and it's
Yep.
like
Yep.
we not even
It's true.
like we some Jersey niggas, and we love Jersey, but we not like the first out here to just be like Jersey, like. But
Yeah.
in this moment that we feel that this is going to be, it matters so much to us. You can say
Hell
what you
yeah.
gotta say.
I have the most tremendous amount of pride for Jersey. It makes no sense. Like, no sense. Like, I'd be the one thing in the room. It could be a bunch of New Yorkers, a bunch of people from Florida, Canada. It don't matter where you from. Talk nice on Jersey, or don't talk at all. That'd be
Talk to us
that'd be
nice,
my
right?
energy in rooms. Where you from? Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, people sleep on the culture, and even outside of music, just the historical relevance that New Jersey has for just even everything that we do today. Electricity was found in Jersey. Nigga, Hollywood started in Jersey.
I was about to
you
say
feel
that
me? Like,
Hollywood started
none of the
in
stuff that
Jersey.
people be aspiring to do and going to different states and everything doing would not be here if it wasn't for Jersey's impact. You get what I'm saying?
a
We
fact.
can't sleep on having greats like Lauryn Hill, the Fugees.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Naughty
Queen
by
Latifah as a
Nature.
Talk
producer.
about
You
it.
get what I'm
Queen
saying?
Latifah.
Like,
Yo.
you feel
Rodney
me?
Jerkins as a producer, bro. R&B would not.
Like,
Early
and we got-
2000s R&B wouldn't be shit without.
And
Jersey.
we even outside of you, bro, we got people like Frank Sinatra. Is Bon Iver
Frank
from
Sinatra.
Jersey? I could be wrong, but like, yo, we got mad
Bon
people.
Jovi.
There you go. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Young Guru, Jay-Z's engineer, is from
Oh.
New Jersey.
Yep.
Just
Jersey.
Blaze is from Patterson, New Jersey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like,
Before
I see-
Kanye
like,
blew up, he came to Jersey. Before Eminem blew up, He came to Jersey.
I think
Jay-Z
Lana
was-
Del Rey
he
too came to
Not
Jersey
Digga.
to record.
Yeah.
Listen,
They all
Listen,
be coming
Wasn't
through.
Listen.
like, over
the
here.
Wu-Tang Mansion in Jersey?
yes, actually, yo, listen. I say
on,
all
bro.
that to say, I say all of that to say
I see none of that in
that
their
you can never
documentaries.
knock Jersey's influence, and for anybody to speak down on Jersey in any light just means that you're ignorant to certain facts that I will make you privy to. You get what I'm saying? And that be my energy whenever I step in rooms. It's big
Talk
Jersey.
about it.
That's it. I told people you can go. Yo, I tweeted this shit like 3, 4, 5 years ago. I'm like, in a couple years, Jersey's gonna have the tightest fucking chokehold on the culture. I called it. The clairvoyance is through the fucking roof. You get what I'm saying? Right now, we are running everything from sports to academics to athleticism. You get what I'm saying? To music. That was it.
Blazing his bag right now.
Like,
Nice,
if there's anything I'm gonna talk
My
shit
next
about,
question
is
was,
Big
what
Jersey.
does
Like,
being from New Jersey mean to you? But he already
it mean
answered it.
everything. Like, it mean everything. Are you serious?
He already
Are you
answered
serious?
Jersey,
I feel like nothing could break me.
The Jersey club scene, like the Jersey.
Yo, the Jersey Club. How y'all feel about that? Yo, they're
love
taking
it.
everyone is doing it, but it's like Jersey
credit,
shit.
The credit is just like it's undeniable, and it gives people the opportunity to learn more about not only just Jersey culture, but club culture, and from the history of Jersey House to Baltimore and Chicago and whatnot. Anything that makes people look back and have a new world to discover, I love in music.
Yeah, man. And shout out, God rest his soul, Tim Dollar.
Oh, for sure.
Shout out DJ Unique, Unicorn, like a lot of the pioneers in the Jersey
Cookie
club
Kawhi.
scene. Like they definitely,
Batman Real.
Badman Real.
Flea.
You know what I'm saying? DJ
I know he
Lil
more
Man,
like not
DJ
club,
J
but-
Hood, DJ
DJ
Frost,
Low-Key.
Low Key, Frosty, all of them. They opened doors. They opened doors for us, for real, for real.
They walked so people could run now.
Absolutely.
And Alejandro, I gotta give credit to Alejandro.
Alejandro Groovy, they did their thing.
Because
They
did Jersey
Oh,
Love,
word?
and that's going crazy. They just got 1 million on the music video.
Shout out, yo.
All the
Yo,
lyric
shit is
videos got
going
millions
crazy.
of views. Like, yeah,
Hold on, we running down the list. Flyboy Food, Cookie Kawaii. It's a lot of people that definitely that had a part. Ace Moolah, he birthed the Jersey drill, sound. Like
And,
drill,
and
incorporating the
for the
Jersey.
Jersey drill flow that everybody using. Dato, we gotta talk about
Absolutely.
Dato.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about Dato.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
Dato, yeah. Dato. Most def.
We're tapped
Yeah.
I feel like, y'all tapped in.
We just been on a rant. We was getting real. We had a chip on
No,
our
because
shoulder.
it's a relevant sound that's being used now, and it's being changed. Like I feel like every day I hear something new. I heard the Jersey club mix with the drill with like the 80s freestyle sample on top of it. Like they was like wilding with that. They had like they did like Chicago, they try to call it like Chicago drill, but it sounded like Jersey club mix too.
I mean, as far as drill, that's one thing I can say originated in Chicago, like drill music itself. And Jersey definitely did take inspiration with like our style of it, but we still completely renovated
But
it.
they have
What?
You want some?
The version, listen, Chicago drill is so different from New York drill. What
It's really different.
New York drill is
New York
totally
drill,
different.
New York drill
what a
is
minute.
like
It's
grind.
grind,
No, but
yeah.
I say that to say because you had mentioned that drill started in Chicago, but
Yeah.
I feel as though in reference to the drill that she's referencing, the type of drill that's being used in coalition with Jersey Club,
okay.
is the New
Yeah,
York
like
style
the
drill.
New
But
York drill,
that's
to be
just
more
grind.
specific.
Like,
Yeah.
I was
It's
listening
grind.
to grind back in like 2012. I'm like, this should sound mad different. The same shit you hear possible.
Yeah.
That is grind.
Like the Jersey sound, I'm happy you guys shouted out Jersey. I'm happy you guys are from Jersey. I definitely want to congratulate you on your deal. I saw with Def Jam. That's amazing. And I'm excited to see what you guys have coming. I'm gonna go to that show in October.
Lit, yes.
I'm gonna go to that show at the end of the month. And
Tell all your friends and your
of course, I'm
families.
gonna tell my friends. I'm gonna share
Make
it
sure
on my
you click
podcast
the-
page so everyone can go.
I just
Make sure
blast
y'all
it.
I know a lot of
Cornerstones.
underground
Click-
hip hop heads.
click the Cornerstones.
I gotta
Link,
count for
click
something.
Cornerstones.
So they could track our ticket sales. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'll get it through where?
So when you go on the link and you buy, when you buy the tickets, they're gonna have literally like a ticket link for each artist. You just
Yeah.
gotta pick Cornerstone so they know like, okay, you came to come support.
Eventbrite,
Okay.
Cornerstones.
Mad Minds, Cornerstones, buy a ticket.
When
Gotcha.
you click the link, it's gonna be like a fancy picture that pops up with all our handsome faces on it.
Wow.
Except me.
And don't get too mesmerized by that.
He's stupid.
I'm gonna
Just make
screenshot
sure
it
you
and save it on my
go past
phone.
that part. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had haircuts and everything. You feel what I'm saying? Just make sure you go to the
Yo,
no, I'll be there.
link.
I'm gonna go for real. I'm gonna go because it's like a Halloween weekend, right?
Yeah, they doing a costume contest too.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are?
I haven't dressed up in so long.
Mm.
But where can everybody follow you guys?
Cornerstones,
OnlyFans.
NJ, Cornerstones with a Z. As far as getting the music back on Apple Music, because they was tripping. It's coming, y'all. Either it's coming soon, or we're gonna just re-upload it with a new name, Cornerstones with a Z.
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much what we are at on all of our social medias. Either the real Cornerstones with a Z or Cornerstones with a Z NJ.
You gotta
There
add
you
it
go,
with the
guys.
Z.
Look out for that.
Mhm.
Cornerstones
Yeah.
with a Z. Keyword.
Yep. And I'm Samad Savage, which SAMAD. And if you don't know how to spell Savage, you might not be old enough to listen to my music.
Right.
Solis, and
So
you
passive
are, you can
aggressive.
say it because I always forget like how it's set up.
I'm Solis.
Nah, but
Yeah,
you're
that is
like
it.
your handles.
Oh, the
Yeah.
handles. Yeah. It's just IG_I am Solis. Straight up.
Blaze the Rebel, and you can find me on Instagram at
Blaze the Rebel.
and that's it. You feel me?
Me and Jay the underscore niggas.
Yeah, underscore J the number 1 DA, or you could type in J dot the number 1 dot DA. I know it's a lot, but we are the Cornerstones, and we tapping out. What's your name?
And we hugging ass.
Steph.
Steph.
Steph. We tapping out with Steph.
Not only are we all from Jersey, but we all Caribeños too. That's my favorite fact of this group, to keep it stacked.
Oh, we're Caribbean.
Yeah, the
And
whole
if
group.
you listen,
Yeah.
if you not listening to Set in Stone, you get the boot. All right, tapping out.
Yo, guys, check out Set in Stone. Y'all already know. Another episode of the Sabrosa podcast. We're here with the Cornerstones.
Yeah.
Look out for them. The next big hip hop super group. I'm telling y'all, I already said it, manifesting it here. Look out for them. Make sure y'all go to the show. Make sure y'all support them. We got to support our independent artists. Everybody's out here doing shit for themselves, by themselves, for the people. We got to support each other, man. Thank you for coming on, guys. I appreciate y'all.
Pumpkin seeds for magnesium.